Hi, friend. Oh, welcome so much today. And I'm so glad that we are here. And this is the last episode. We have done 9 sessions and we have learned a lot. If you have not watched, I encourage you that you can check out on what you have been learning. We've talked about our talents and how they play a big part in our lives. We have reminded ourselves of how unique we are. We have learned that it's okay to make mistakes, yes, but we learn from them. We have hidden talent, we have hidden ingredients that maybe nobody else knows. You can go back and see how that comes to play in our lives. And something, we also talked about about our dreams. So if you haven't watched the previous episode, kindly, you can go back after this and watch. So it's a wrap today, and our last part of this episode, as we have been talking about significant enough, that we are all significant enough, journeying with Lina. And the last, how I want us to end it is in motion. We are going to say that we are work in progress. Yes, that we are work in progress. And as always, I'll start with a story. If you've seen the previous episodes, I love every episode to start with a story. And you talk about a growing tree, the growing tree. And our person today is a young man called Leo. Leo planted a tree last holiday. And he planted a small tree in their family farm. Each day he watered it, he talked to it, and watched the tree grow slowly. Some days he got very, very impatient and he wished it would grow taller and it would grow faster. But Leo learned that growth takes time, and every little bit of the progress was something to celebrate. Yeah. So my message today is embracing growth and celebrating every step of the way, because we are work in progress. Just like Leo's tree, we are all work in progress, but every day we can decide to look at something that we can celebrate on our journey. There's always something positive to see if we look for it as we grow. And growth isn't a straight line, my friend. If you remember what we talked earlier about mistakes, as we grow, we find ourselves making mistakes. So growth isn't a straight journey. I'm thinking about Leo's tree, that I'm sure there are days he would go and check his tree and find it infested by some worms. And that meant going and looking for pesticides so that he can secure the tree so that it's not all demolished or all ate up by the pests, because growth is not a straight line. Whether it's learning a skill, whether it's overcoming our fears, there are times we may find the same fear that we have been trying to overcome, it grips us. And it reminds us that, well, I may have made one step back, but I can't stay there. It's a process. It's a journey. And so for us to become a better version of ourselves, we just have to choose to say that every day we can look for something in our journey and keep going, because it's a process. All right? So as we grow, as we keep going on our journey, we realize that there's no perfection in how we grow. As we progress, we realize that things that worked for us on our journey may not work today. So it causes us to keep adjusting, keep walking and keep adjusting. If I'm just thinking of maybe a road that we are used to going to work, for example, and there are days that will be sunny and we just need to walk in flat shoes and open shoes. But there are days when it may get so rainy and muddy and we may need to walk in gumboots or in shoes that are, shoes that are weather friendly. Does it mean we won't go to work? We will go. If we are students, it may mean that Sometimes when it's a subject that is uncomfortable, doesn't mean you won't attend that lesson, you will, but you just have to adjust. In life, you just have to adjust, but keep going. My call for us is to look in the inside and see what is that thing that I may need to work on so that I keep moving. Just as we say, you can't say I won't go to work because I don't have shoes to go to work. We just have to look for the right shoes so that we can go and do what we need to do. So we have to check, what do I need to keep adjusting so that I can be progressing in the thing that I know I need to do every day. I want to encourage us that we can choose, like Leo, to look every day and see, today, how is my tree doing? What do I need to add? Is it add more water because today was more sunny? Is it manure because I think this tree is not as green enough? Could it be pesticide because it's being infested by pests? So just look at something and say, for me to progress, I just need to look at this one thing that I can add to what I do to make it better. And my challenge for you as we finish this episode, we've been talking about significant enough. So my challenge for you this week, as we even ponder on what we have been learning all this journey, is that we can be kinder to ourselves as we are looking for what we need to add. And can I tell you something I learned is that sometimes what we are looking for is not too far away from us. It's just within us, or it's just next to us for us to progress. Think about, if I go back to that example of going to work, maybe the shoes we need for this season to go to work, I may not have to go to the shops. I just have to go back to my shelf and check over a shoe I tucked somewhere that may be what may work for me to be able to go to work that day that rained. So I just want to call us to reflect on looking at a good intention daily to keep progressing and not stagnating. And that, my friend, is growth. And that, my friend, will help you have a reason, one reason to keep walking towards our dream and who we are becoming. And my reminder on this journey is that you are significant enough. You don't have to change anything. You just have to know that the resources you need are inside of you, and just have to look deeper and accept that we are significant. We are work in progress. Look every day for something that reminds you that you can keep walking. Something may have to change, but remember, it's not too far-fetched. You can find it where you are. So my parting shot always is a Bible verse, and I'm going to remind us that we can embrace the journey by thinking about Philippians 1:6 that says, "He who began a good work in you will carry it to completion." Remember, you are work in progress. You're beautiful work in progress. So God, who began a good work in you, will bring it to completion. You just have to keep leaning on Him and trusting Him that He can help you even find that resource that you need to add to your tree in becoming that which God has created you to become. So thank you, friend, for walking with me this journey of significant enough. This is as we conclude the 10th episode, and I am so grateful, and I ask you that share with a friend who may need to be reminded of the child they are and the child they can call out, so that they walk the journey knowing they don't have to be like anybody else. They're just enough as they are. So until next time, thank you so much. Bye-bye. Take 9. Tunasonga. Okay. It is not easy. Wewe. Sawa tu. Tunasonga tu. God, 10 is down.